Greetings! Welcome back, everybody. We're about to walk through the Unidentified Target series of missions here in Spider-Man 2, which are one of the last activities that appear in New York. Unidentified targets unlock after completing the 16th main story mission, Stay Positive. The 17th main story mission and kickoff to this side activity is called Wings of My Own, which is located in Harlem, and this is technically the very first unidentified target. However, there are only a total of 8 around the city, with the last objective unlocking after the 7th being completed. So we have one in Financial District, one in Williamsburg, one in Chinatown, one in Midtown, Upper West Side, Upper East Side, Downtown Queens, and another one in Midtown. Completing all these activities will unlock the Data Collector Trophy. If you find this guide helpful in any way, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. See you in the video.
Think it was right. The friend picked up a signal from this satellite. Let's see what we're working with.
This is no hunt to be proud of. A stain on my legacy. A disgrace, but deadly nonetheless. Find them. Kill them.
Craven, how many more people are on this guy's list? Drone. It's using this satellite network to track his targets. You're not getting away that easy.
Alright, so I'm not totally sure that I'll show the entirety of this mission because it is somewhat of a two-part mission. So right after this, we should unlock the unidentified targets, but then Harry will also call Miles and they'll talk and have like a bro to bro about their deceased parents and how it kind of makes them feel. But that's not really sharing any context to the guide, so I think we'll just cut that out and go straight into the unidentified targets. And I'm low-key so glad that they don't have like a perfectionist trophy in this, because this kind of reminds me of Just Cause 2 little parachute type challenges, flying through the air and having to go through these circles. I never got that platinum. I will always be salty.
All right, Craven. Where are you keeping Lee? What? All the targets got corrupted into one file. The drone had no intel on Lee. But these people still need my help. Otherwise, they'll end up as heads on Craven's mantle. If there are more birds out there, I can decrypt them to discover the identities of the targets before it's too late. Should upload the data to the Spidey servers. He's gonna want to see this. Gotta keep moving. Help where I can. Here we go! Need enough data to figure out who this thing's tracking.
Were there 2 at the beginning last time? Like, I assume the second one is to attack me, but I don't remember there being 2. But now that I think about it, that might mean that the ones with 2 are the easiest, because if there's just 1, then he's gonna be doing a bunch of explosions and going through buildings and junk. That threw me off all the way. Jesus Christ.
Should send those mini drones back to the nest. Craven to accessorize his heads with railguns. Need a speed boost.
And now that I think about it, if you don't destroy the second one and just ride the slipstream, you could probably get the trophy pretty quickly. Because, I mean, as long as you're dodging the explosions or the railgun and continuously getting that percentage, you know, this probably won't take as long as I'm doing it.
Now, let's see who this roid rage city pigeon was after. Why was Craven hunting an engineer? This drone won't be bothering her anymore. Gotta take out the rest.
Alright, so now we are in Williamsburg, and I actually kind of set this up to be a little bit of cinematic. I had started seeing a bunch of like cinematic flies on the Insta snaps, so like, you know what I'm saying? We might as well try to set up it and try to do that right quick. Ow! With the slow, there's nowhere to go! There was no, I was pressing so many different buttons, I thought he was going to grapple onto something. That's crazy.
You wanna play? Let's play.
So, quick tip about this activity, you don't really have to use your left analog stick at all. Like, I'm using my right one, but I'm using that just to angle the camera and use it as like a focal point to focus on, you know, the bird. So the only thing I'm really doing is just letting him flow through the slipstream, because he'll just follow it. Other than that, you don't really have to dodge anything as I get hit by the railgun. So maybe dodge that, but you're not really going to be barrel rolling around any flak. I feel like that's going to make you hit the flak. So if you got to find like a get around of the flak, maybe use the left analog stick. But right now I'm really just using my camera angle and sitting back. I feel like you should take that with a grain of salt, because something's gonna happen. It's gonna be like a crazy right turn, 172-degree right turn, and I'm gonna just angle Spider-Man with the camera. It's gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be all out of the loop. Maybe hit a building, hit by the flak. Something's gonna go wrong. But you know, it's not hard. Is what I'm trying to get at.
You for parts now. Craven was hunting an influencer? What do you think? This kid had powers? Not exactly big game. Why all the trouble for some civilians?
Never seen the city like this.
All right, so now we are in Chinatown, and this is number 4, I think, 3. We'll figure it out.
You got some time to kill? The drone's data should help me stop Craven's latest hunt.
Random thought that just came to my mind, and it has nothing to do with this activity, but when I was doing the spider bot locations,
I'm slowing down.
I never really thought about it, but there were some that were like that the Spider-Mans would have certain reactions to, and I now I'm just like thinking, like, if I had used Pete for that certain one, like I think there was a Mr. Negative spider bot that Miles had picked up, or when I was using Miles, I picked it up, and he had a somewhat, I won't say negative reaction. I mean, who would have a positive reaction to Mr. Negative, especially for Miles, but it was more like a scoff, a disappointment. There wasn't much of a dialogue with the other ones. Now, if I use Pete, would there be more dialogue?
This data set looks complete.
Might be something to look into. I'm not sure if they would have gone that deep, you know? But some random. Very something random. Very something random. What the? Something very random. Jesus!
What? According to the data, this person died 2 years ago? Probably just an error. Still more eyes in the skies. Can't leave Craven's toys flying around.
Just another day in the city. I download enough data. These birds won't get near any target.
I keep forgetting to announce where we are. I know I'm... Or actually... No, it doesn't really... I'll put a prompt up to tell each location. Because I... When I'm doing these, I'm really just playing the game. I don't really... Sometimes I'm not even thinking about commentating. 'Cause I'm just like, I just want to, you know... My brain is very singular and it hyper focuses on one thing. I don't talk while I game, I just game. And then when I'm talking, I'm not doing well, as you can see. As soon as I start talking, I start doing shazbacks. Like, get back on the objective. Like, what are we doing?
Just a little more. Come on, Miles. Don't lose it. Have the data now. This target died 5 years ago? Don't think these are data errors. Craven was hunting dead people? Okay, now this is getting weird. I need more data to figure out what's going on here. Gotta keep moving. Help where I can.
Alright, so now we're in Upper West Side. Probably said that way too late, and my prompt's gonna go off before that, so... Real nice, Joe. All types of mistakes.
Take off in. Gotta squeeze this drone for as much data as possible. Can't let them find the targets.
That was cool. I wonder if we could have hit like a little cinematic zoom in and slow down, you know? I'm gonna try to do that again if it pops up somewhere in this fly. This flight. Oh my god. It's happening! I called it! I'm not sure what to do here. I'm just gonna, you know, we did it. Wow. Who could have saw that? The screen was so dark right there. Maybe that's on my end. I don't... Whatever. Maybe if I was paying attention and not trying to do cinematicness, we wouldn't have hit that. Near perfect run, though.
Persisting data? There's no record of this person anywhere. Are they even real?
All right, Upper East Side. We're on time this time. On time. I'm saying a lot of questionable things. I'm just gonna go back to... Where is my brain? Go back to playing the game and not talking, Joe, you know? Do what you're good at. Being silent.
The bird's hunting someone. Better pull his data fast. Just send those mini drones back to the nest. Can't let it singe me again. Too slow out here. Sorry, birdies. Your time's up.
We are really messing up on this one.
50% down, 50% to go.
What just hit me? How was I supposed to dodge that? I'm going way out. Oh my god. This is going down as the sloppiest run. This is crazy.
We're in the home stretch.
We should have been in the home stretch like 30 seconds ago.
This one's good to go. Got all the data. All the targets share the exact same DNA? It's all the same person. But how? Okay. Officially creeped out.
Oh, I have an idea.
I need to solve this. One more drone should do it.
What if this is the intro to the Chameleon? What if? Not gonna say anything, because if it is, I somewhat spoiled. But it's not, you know what, it's not a spoil, because, geez, where are we going? This is what happens when we talk and play the game. It's not a spoil, because this game came out in October, and we're still playing it. 5 months later.
And we have achieved liftoff.
But at the same time,
This bird's data helps me figure out what's going on here.
it would explain a lot. And does that mean, because they're starting off this story, and I assume it's gonna end with something Chameleon, is the DLC gonna then carry on that story? Because there's just, bro, there's so many side characters in Marvel they could do movies, shows, or anything on. You know, Insomniac, you know, I'm glad they got the rights to Marvel games, because my goodness, it's like an endless money printing machine. Now, if they just stop firing people, we'd be well, it's not Insomniac's fault on that, but you know, if Sony would stop being Sony, corporate America, for 1 second, we'd be swimming in games, endless money trains.
Only 10% left. That should cover it. And that's the last one. Not too talented, if you ask me.
Bro, this man Pete gotta stop.
A relay signal? The satellites for each drone must be sifting through the target's data at some kind of central hub. If I can hack the relay point, maybe the target's location is in the stream.
Gotta keep moving. Help where I can.
I missed it again. We are in Midtown.
Come on.
I said Midtown already. No, this is the last one. This is the last one.
Think that
All
did
right.
the trick.
Target acquired. Dispatching hunters to the corner of 67th and Lexington.
Oh no. Did I lead the hunters right to them? Gotta get there quick or else.
I find it odd that I start using some abilities like that slingshot thing. We're at pretty much the end of this trophy guide series. And maybe, I don't want to say near the last of Spider-Man content, because there's just so much coming out. New Game Plus is already out. I think they came out with a new difficulty, so now we need to do all bosses on that difficulty and see how hard it actually is.
Y'all here for the pool too? Thought as much.
And I'm assuming with New Game Plus, you get to start off with like all your power-ups and everything. I think that's how New Game Plus works. I don't play a lot of like Dark Souls or Neo, so I wouldn't really understand New Game Plus. Because there's been a few New Game Pluses that just started over everything for me, so I never understood the standardized concept. What was I saying before this? There was the topic we were talking about. It'll come back. Oh, the way we started using some of our abilities
Check inside.
very late into the gameplay.
Hello?
Sergey, after all these years, how are you?
Who's there?
Make yourself at home. There's a martini waiting for you on the counter.
They think I'm Craven?
Two olives. Just how you hate it.
2 olives.
Let us hide and seek, like old times.
They can't see me. It's a programmed recording with high-tech motion tracking. This game's not finished. Checkmate.
You found my secret. But who lies within?
I'm gonna die down there, aren't I?
You call yourself the Great Hunter, yet your trophy is pale in comparison to mine.
What the? Is that Pete's old mask? Wait. Is this the Chameleon's apartment?
Chameleon.
I thought he was put away years
I'm
ago.
sorry.
When I fled Volkerman, I never thought I would find a place to call home. But I am happy here.
Looks like he graduated too. This tech is insane. Craven's drone snapped a pic of him mid-transformation. I knew something was off about Craven's target. Another passage. Building schematics and hunter logs? The Chameleon was keeping tabs on Craven too. This looks classified.
Not sure if you guys noticed. I had to cut to another scene because it took me like 2 minutes to figure out where I was supposed to go
This is a
next.
person's database.
Embarrassing.
Goes back to before I was born. What did the chameleon do to them?
I gave you everything when we were children, and you would not even share your name. I loved you, and you hated me, but not anymore. I refuse to be hunted. I will see you again, brother, but you will never see me.
Gotta get out of here.
So the one thing I never understood about the chameleon is that he's able to mimic the DNA structure of any of his targets. So technically, when I first heard of that, I thought he's probably like the strongest supervillain ever, because if you could just copy anybody.
Don't worry, brother. I will do what you could not.
If you could copy anybody, then you could be the strongest.
Craven and the chameleon are brothers? Guess he has nothing to worry about now, that Should keep an eye out for the chameleon. Pete's not gonna be happy he's still out there.
Alright, so there's the trophy. But I don't think the chameleon can copy powers. I think it's just the genetic makeup of the person, so it's just a look, maybe?